Resonance of Cyrus, Egyptian music scale. Did we start this yet? Tweeter Austin liked, hey, how y'all doing? I'm going to repeat this. I'm going to get my tea. The music I have on now, okay, I broke a tooth, very upset, is Resonance of Cyrus. Oh my God, a human being, whether it's of the female, of the male, fate. That's a fate, right? Would you not call that a fate? I have to understand the definition of fate. So I have different ways of saying things that might not be under the same verbal or verb. We say verbal, we don't say noun. Could it be the adverb? And I used to see a show when I was young, and it was on a train, and it was the conjunction or the junction. And what was the function, okay, that it was supposed to be prior to the conjunction, or is that the dislocation? I also use words that are vocabulary or incorrect to say. And they're said that way because my body, okay, I bring to you the game science. That's all this is it's a game science. You open up a box and it rules and regulations. And in the rules of the regulations of this game science, I bought this game and it said game science. And in it says you have to look at all the words. And it says, when you look at a word, what do you see? What is the first thing you think of? How many letters? So you count the letters. And then you say, how many characters? And I go, I don't know. How many combinations of letters are they? Is it first and third? Hold on a second. You didn't say mathematics. You said the alphabet. But I want to know where your letters are. Are they first and third? Hold on. Now you're talking numbers. Now I got to bring in a whole new rule and regulation, and I need a how-to page. How do I use the numbers? What are numbers? Oh my God, they're lines. It's a dot and a dash. No, that would be the I letter, right? But they had 9 and 9 I for captain running the ship. Because it seems the R letter is running this way, while the I letter seems to be standing between two elements, guiding it like a one-horse open sleigh. And why would I say that? And I bring out instruments. Has anybody ever seen one of these or any one of these shapes? If you have, we're on the same path. Being the children from creation, okay, we all have to be able to agree on something. So then we can take it from there. And then we have discussions on what we believe something could be, right? And why not? And why yes, and where would we use it? So we create a discussion. A discussion, okay, is not an argument. An argument is an uncompromised discussion. So what does the word UN means to take apart? So when you're using the letters UN, are you taking apart? Or where does UN go? Or if you're going to say disgruntled, or if you're going to use the word conjunction. So now all of a sudden, some of my 1, 2, and 3 letter words are all starting to tell me stories. So then when I see a 3-letter word like the word sun or fun or SON or big or any 3-letter word, I have to understand what they're all trying to tell me in general. Right? Are there opposites, or it's, well, you know what, big is big, and it's not an opposite of anything unless I just say small, or perhaps use the word little. And how come little is what, and how can we compare little to small? So by understanding these differences, and not only that, now we bring in English and French, right? I bring in English and French. Just let me fix the camera for my upper area over here. It's not right. Okay, I think I got that. Wow, it didn't even start. It didn't start on my, I'm going to have to upload the first 5 minutes because it didn't upload to my YouTube channel. I just started it now. So now we have 3-letter words and 2-letter words and 1-letter word. And When we're going with the 3-letter word, right, I like to say we're going 2 times 9, this side and this side, or 3 times 6. Here's my 180-degree plane right over here. When I sleep, right, I go to bed, I go to bed, my feet are on this side, my head's on this side, right? The more you curl up together, right? There's 3 parts to the world in 666. There's only 2 parts to the world in 99. Your 99 is your continuous birth, right? 9. Every face is 99. If you go 999, you have 3 faces. If you go 9999, you've made a mirror. We have the tools inside the game. They give us something that looks like this. In the outside world, they call it a calculator. Here in the outside world, if you were driving a truck and you had your, right, it'd be the universal joint to the drive shaft, perhaps, right? But this universal joint, when complete, okay, it creates a block. This is what's found in the middle of Rubik's Cube. So if you were looking at a 3 cubed, this would be it. If you looked at a 2 cubed, it would stop right over here. It would only be this corner over here. That would be your 2 cubed, this part over here, right? But this 2 cubed is unlike what is 3 cubed. 8 and 27 equals to 35. Think about that. 2 cubed, 2 by 2 by 2, 8. 3 by 3 by 3, 27 and 8. Hey, brother. That's what the 22 Rubik's Cube, the 222, right, versus the 333. 222 is in the void 777, 333 in the void 666, 222 in the mirror is 5, 5, and 5, and 7, 7, and 7 in the mirror is going to fit in the second house. I only have a void 7 on the cube, or all converts of numbers on the cube are what is 777. It's a combination using the lunar moon. When you go to 8, okay, you're going to use the moons of Mars through Neptune. It's a system of 420s in 2020. It is the T letter. It is 4 by 5, okay, equaling to 20, because the star system of 10, okay, is made up of a connecting of the lower world to the upper world, of the lower wing to the upper wing. From bringing one part of the left side, 11, to the right side, 9. I speaketh only from what cometh in the setup of our world. The 7, 3 equals to 10. The 9, 1 equals to 10. The 4, 6 equals to 10. The 8, 2 equals to 10. In each connecting of these 10s, okay, I pass through area 5, the letter E. The E world of 5, 2 5s is 10 equals to J. 3 5s is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. Equals to the letter O, and that is where we are. 15 equaling to 6, where 2, 3, 4 plays a role of the 9 birth living into the 6 life. With the 1 moon of Luna and the 2 moons of Mars, noted to be Mercury and Venus. Here's your Earth. I look at this as I look at the zodiac. When I start over again, I need to make myself understand that when you start over again, you start at 10. The first 2 disappear. These first 2 disappear. It only begins here. This is your first base creation to 9 in the other world, where what adds on to what was 1 is now the mirror of A, B, C, D, equaling to 10, and then 11. In the next one. I don't know what that combination of 11 is. I do know that when you do connect your 11 worlds, you connect the whole birth. The 8, 3, 11, the 9, 2, 11, the 5, 6, 11, creating the belt. And then on this side, the 7, 4, 11, which ignites to who I is. And this is the word for energy. This is the word for cross. The ace letter, put the cross in the ace letter, you connect the heavens to the birth. That cross being on the cross, tied to the center of the cross, with your arm out, reaching to both worlds. When you're nailed into the cross, in French, it's 333. They call it a clou. And the void of the clou, 333, is the 666, fox. The wise fox. And then the converted area of what is 6 went into the cubic house becomes 888, and that becomes your headquarters back on the cross. Just above the 180-degree line, going across the cross to the 90 going above. You see the 90 this way. I just call the 90 this way. I see it the way a child sees it. 180 across, the R that connects both worlds. Russia puts the R backwards. Have you ever seen what Russian writing looks like? It's practically talking to you, and I just looked at it for the first time today. Believe it or not, that this music that is playing right now, the resonance of Siri, S-I-R-I, 999, it begins with 19. It is 19918 or 199999319. It's talking about lightning. It's talking about thunder and lightning. It's talking about thunder and lightning and rain. When we open up a box, right, and there's a piece missing, we still must count that piece as a knowledgeable understanding. So we already know that when the package comes in, and it's the lightning and the thunder and the rain, they come as a package even if it doesn't rain. You have been warned. Your senses have awoken. Thunder with TH, lightning, which is also known as, just one second, where is it? It was in my, let me duplicate this. I called this video, okay, I called this video The Lost Bell. I have no ringing in my ears. Oh, hold on a second. I have to, I'm trying to do something here at the same time. Oh, edit. Okay, yes. I have no ringing in my ears. What rings? What is an ear? Because once I put a TH onto ear, it becomes earth. What is the ringing? Call home. 2 moons and 1 moon. Now, if I have to use these 2 moons, stop talking. What is going on? What is this around us? What do they call it? I use for what everybody else uses, and I add this into the game. Is it the conscious? Is it the altered conscious outside of here? When you breathe, when this outside and you breathe, you're funneling in, right? Let me think. You ever do that? Let me think. So when you breathe, what are you thinking? Did you just take all that information in? I saw you. You breathed. You took in all that information. And it sent it out everywhere. I saw your heart is beating. You feel good. The air went down. And when you know how to consciously breathe properly, and this is why I can speak, because I went through the process, and it ain't easy. Meditation, to the fullness of the breath, the fullness to feel the ends of your fingers, in order to empty out the space in your mind of what's attacking you in your mind. Because the end result of your mind or my mind or everybody's mind, you let me know. Okay, it's not the addiction, because the addiction is only going to feel the vibration. We all want to feel that good vibration that makes us feel harmonic, that makes us dance, that doesn't put any fears, right, into anything of who we are. Not worried about what anybody says, full of confidence, because you know where everything is, where the truth is, and it has nothing to do with somebody speaks, because everybody speaks a blind. The Federation, For me, when I read it, it's deaf, dumb, and blind, that system. It's deaf, dumb, and blind. Just want to show you one thing I wrote out yesterday, right? And then I'm going to speak about, now, not this. First thing, I'm going to just show you this little thing. We have 156. We have 246. We have 336. Now, this is part of the game knowledge, right? Here's the game knowledge. We have 156, right? So the minute we do that, we have 26, right? We have 268, 156. So now I'm going to have to put 62. Six and 2, 1 and 5. 5 and 3, 2 and 4. 4 and 4, 3 and 3, 4 and 3, 7. 5 and 2, 7. 3 and 4, 7. 2 and 5, 7. 6 and 1, 7. 6 and 5, 11. 1 and 1 is 2. 2 and 1, 3. This coming together is going to show you what 3 and 2 look like inside this number. These are the basics. When you see 5 and 3, you see 2 and 4. So when you see 5 and 3, you see 2 and 4. When you see 3 and 3, you see 4 and 4. So you will see this opposite this, this opposite this, this opposite this. This is games. The thing is to learn what is actually true. You know it for truth. Now, when I put it forward to its mathematics, you'll know that for truth in the equation. Then I put it towards what's going on in the zodiac as to the names of all the zodiac characters, the numeric value for all the character letters that are created by dots and dashes, noted to be a line and a dot in 360 degrees of angles, angels, I, and angles. Angel is 39. The word 10 is 39. When you begin with a one-letter word, a two-letter word, and a three-letter word, 27. The second one is 54, 45. Sorry. The first one is 20. Let me see. First one is 27. The second one becomes 45. The third one becomes 63. So that would be 27, 54, 81. Your creation is in Venus, 9 times 9. Where do we get 9 and 9? We get it from here. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 plus 6 is 9. So now we have 9. Star math. 3 times 6, 3 plus 6 equals 27. The house of 8, where 7 resides inside the second house. Right? But then it gets reduced. It gets reduced over here. The numeric value for Earth, the numeric value for Ram, okay? The Lamb is 28. How does it get reduced? There's a 7 empty space as 313 in here, okay? What happens, okay? Let me just show you two on another level. What happens is it now gets removed. You see they added in another moon in the center of Venus. This moon is the ace moon, located over here, usually in the 5th position, known as the 1 dot. When you see the 1 dot on a deck of cards, I have already been told what their value is through this denomination here. This is telling me about the placements of the cards. So what happens is you come into the world, you open up the world, and you play it over here in the quarter houses. This is 5 and 4, 9. This is 2 and 7, 9. It is 7 and 4, 11. 7 and 4, God. 7 and 4, Jesus. 7 and 4, energy. It comes from number 5 and 7. 5 and 7, the 5 would be the E world, the 7 would be the gateway in the E world, and that would be male. It would connect to Mars. The 7 male connects to Mars. The 9, which is everywhere, will connect to the moon. The reason for that is the way the French speak. The French have altered my way of arranging my number system. And since I know these square head diamonds, okay, live with the clubs, right? The club in Quebec, the fleur-de-lis, you see the club, right? The fleur-de-lis is a club, right? The encompassment of a club, okay, is a heart, right? To encompass the 3 balls of the club, which is actually giving a pedestal to what is the red heart. The diamond suit is actually what can look as those pedestals that have been added on and cut apart, because the diamond suit is actually 2 pyramids, one above the other, 44 area, which means I have 3 sides plus a base. What you do is you cut this in half. You have a base on the bottom of the 3 sides, plus the 3 sides is 4. You wind around 3, 3, 3, 3 for 12. Now you have the 12 zodiac signs rubbing around this. You have 2 of them. When you put them together, you end up with 6 sides, right, of this. But there's things happening inside of this. Inside of this. Look at that. It's happening inside of this. Look, they can funnel from one world to the other one. There's a transition period, right? It's an add-on. I'm going to warm up some water. I'm going to come back. I'm going to explain to you this 222, this 444, or anything that's ever been written in any book, because the alphabet is just a bunch of dots and dashes connected together. The ruler in school of 12 inches, the ruler in school, the shapes, the names you give to these shapes, right? If you want to say nose, nay, af, in Hebrew, they say nose as af. When you say in Hebrew and French, that sort of sounds the same very often, right? They have a maf there, right? That's nose. I know they have the mafia, right? But they have the mafter. I know the French have a hard time pronouncing the H, right? And when you say mafter, right, it's part of a prayer, but the after, okay, means half of earth, ter, equaling into the word earth. I've got a message I just need to take over here. I don't know why. I don't like to ever get interrupted, but that's okay. Oh no, I'm interrupted very well. Wow, somebody just put out here the Jesus cube, right? I've been doing this so long. Oh my God. Okay, thank you very much there. This is absolutely amazing. Wow. Jesus Christ 2368. Now I'd like to know what it means. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that works out. Yes, I see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, these are 6 by 6 by 4. Absolutely. Perfect. Yes, absolutely perfect. 6 by 6 by 4. 6 and 4, 20% away from 5, which is the E world, right? We'll create what is 6 and what is 4. 101 away. When you say 101 by using that combination, you can also speak about it. Hi, Miss Watkins. You can also speak about, if you say anything 101, doesn't matter what you say in numbers. I like to sometimes revert it to binary code, even if you say 764. You see, 764, the music I'm playing is the word God, and it's just a very soft music. And, well, now it's into something else. I don't want to hear this. I want to hear the... Right? It's for the nervous system, the balancing of the nervous system. And it says Egyptian music scale. And it says the resonance of Sirius. So we'd have to understand that star. Also, Egypt is, in the word Egypt, it's actually telling us rotation of our year. The word Egypt is telling us about inside the first and the last letter, the middle, right? The guts, right? You're not eating the fur and the skin, right? You're using that to ride on. So if 7 is on this side, 6, 4 is on this side, then whatever numbers is in between, we're riding on that number. So we're riding on 6, which is the O letter inside the word dog or God, whichever way you want to do it. If wherever we move that letter, we'll be riding on the other letter. So I'm going to the kitchen for 1 minute. Again, we're down to 2 people, right? Which makes absolutely no sense. I'm here every single day with putting in 2-3 hours and sharing what is the most incredible information that has ever been learned while playing a game. Imagine you're playing a game, right? So yeah, I'm going to the kitchen for a minute and then I'm going to be back. And we still haven't touched our hands on the zodiac. I feel so much better. I washed the floor. I've got to go get some water in the other room. Just give me a minute. You know, I'm learning myself, even when I haven't, you know, you build a machine to work for something, and after you build that machine, you find out you can build it better, right? And I just make equations, and I just keep making the equations better. And it sort of sounds like Build Back Better, right? Which is the Better Business Bureau, basically, you can say. Build Back Better, Better Business Bureau. Wow, this is dirty. I'm not happy about that. Just give me a second. I'm going to put this here. Okay, put this here. Where's the cat in front of the balcony? So everybody knows that, who's been here before, that I really never know what I'm going to say next. So we're going to get to this piece over here. So we showed you on the dice how they all reverse to each other. Now when we crisscross this one over here, here we're going to get 8, here we're going to get 6. In between each one of these, right, 6 and 8 is number 7. But inside of this one, you create what is 77 crisscrossing. 4, 3, 4, 3. They're both 7, 3, 3, 3, 4. Inside of here we got 7, right? Inside of here we got 7. I crisscross, I get 9. Okay? And over here I get 5. Now when I do the same thing here, I have 8 and 6. We know it's the 7th gate in between. I crisscross, I get 11. 1 and 1 is 2. And 2 and 1 is 3. So each one of these is going to tell me something different. Number 95 is the birth in the E world, the electric company, and the division of the cat, division of the feminine, division of the communication. This one over here, 1 and 5, which resides inside here, your 3 creation. The E world resides inside of here. The reason for that is when you look what is in between these two, there is nothing. And when the separation of nothing becomes something, it becomes a 5. To the left and the right of the 5 will be 4, 5, 4, and that's going to be the sunny sun, the passage in the sun, the fox, the ox, the taureau, the house of 8, the second world, the birth and rotation of the sun within you, your creation, from bringing the father and the mother together again through the sun, bringing you into the heavens of the dividing of the day of 8 and 16 hours, of electric company, 15, where the vibration runs into the heavens, the 8 ball and the 15 ball in pool. How do I see this? 5 plus 3, 8. 5 times 3, 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 3 and 5 is 8. 6 and 8, you're at the dividing gate. Here is you're going to be the totality of every area on the cube. It's going to be on the dartboard, adding 1 through 20, which is also going to be part of your creation. In the Dog God Queen House 88, the Purple House, Andromeda, NGC 7286, in a constellation of Pegasus, primary source, right over here. Between these two, they're going to tell you about the moon system 5775, which is E-World Gateway Connect to another E-World, feminine and feminine 12 and 12, connecting to the single 13. It's going to total to a total of 12 plus 12 or 343. 7 times 7 times 7 is 343. 7 plus 7 plus 7 is 21 coming off the cube, and 343 is 364. 364 divided by 4 equals to 91. Add up 1 through 13, the numeric value going into the moon. 1 through 13, the man's bar mitzvah. 616, the separation, okay, from the operator, or the divided son of the I of I am.